What's up, everyone? This is Gabby Trades, and welcome back to the channel. Removing the headphones, music sounds like it's so loud in my ears, but it's probably not. Let me know in the chat box. Backstage, are we good on music? So happy to see you guys. Who's here? Casio, what's up, dude? We have Botif, we have Kun, Tommy, and Stanimir, of course. So nice to see you guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. All right. Despite like how well have we been doing in terms of, gains, I mean, think about it. Ethereum over 20% in 2 weeks. That's pretty crazy, dude, like in general, but we're not doing it anymore. So the thing is, right, we're gonna have to look at some things a little bit realistically right now and check what our chances are over here. Hello, Veronica. Welcome, everyone. So glad to see you guys. Make sure to like this video right now. I'm very upset because earlier in the pre-market update, we got only like less than 20 likes. I'm like, you guys, I spend so much time doing these videos for you early in the day, and then I get 12 likes. I'm like, should I really do them anymore? I don't know. A lot of people are saying that you guys find so much value in these things, and I understand that, but I also have to see it, right? I also have to see it that you kind of appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because then if that's the case, I'd rather do it like only for the Discord community. No worries, no worries. But I'll make a note, Veronica. I'll make a note. Yes. All right, cool. So let's start real quick here before we have a little bit of time before New York opens. Everything is ready here for me in case I find a trade. Now, the thing is, right, we have the true week open. That's very important. And we are currently, as we speak, rejecting from it. So that was one of the expectations that I had for today. Genuinely, right, the massive thing for me was that we broke this previous high over here, so that's one area. But if we look on the higher time frame, right, we can look on the higher time frame, can't we? Can we use the Gabby Trades indicators? Yes, we can. Let's just quickly have a look where we are weekly, in terms of weekly, right? So in terms of weekly, the only major imbalances that we have are sitting here, pretty much one here. I don't know why it's not registering, probably because I don't have the settings correct. But the point is, this is one of the major imbalances. Then we have one here and we have one up here. The range we've already identified on Bitcoin that we're currently trading in. And now the question is, why on earth are we not closing above this imbalance, which is at 75,625? Of course, when we see imbalances like that, we know that there's going to be some sort of reaction. Ideally, in a strong market, you do want to see the candle body close above it. Obviously that's going to take a whole week to develop, but once we see that close, then we're pretty much almost knowingly trading with the idea that we're going to grab the following high, which is just sitting at around the 0.5 of the current range for Bitcoin. So these are my current observations on Bitcoin, right? So that's the range. There is a potential to extend a lot, but again, it's a bearish range, so I'm very careful. 0.5 is definitely an area that we need to be careful with. And not only that, right? Not only that, just in general, the whole area is like really sus, right? The whole area is really sus. The reason being is not only that we have daily SR flip zone just above it at 80,603, we also have what's now a bearish order block that has been traded through, and you have an insider candle, which is also again in a way a breaker block. So over here, that area is going to be a massive resistance area. Now I'm going to be definitely looking for shorts in that area, no matter the fact that we're going to be around the the 0.5, and if price continues to extend, I'm just going to be continuously adding to my short, because it is my conviction that this is not over. I'm expecting another leg lower for Bitcoin at the very least, probably kind of like a substantial extension to the downside, of substantial double-digit percentage, like whether it's going to be 20, 30, or 40, I don't know. But who cares, right? You want to be essentially partaking in that short is what I'm trying to say. Now, I think over here is a little bit too early for me to short. But again, if I'm like looking at the current sort of resistance, which is this entire candle, it is still valid. Honestly, it is still valid. And the thing is, right, so I didn't short it, but it's valid. The thing is, right, also, if we look at the RTM model, which by the way, you know, you can find on gabbytrades.com, right? This is the RTM. If you want to understand how it works, you can find out here. You can join the free Discord as well, which is completely for free. All you need to do is register and you'll see the instructions. But you know, with the daily updates and everything. But the point is, it is a valid area for short. And technically, we are bearish using the RTM model. So we know that whatever extensions we make in this month that continue to trade up, I don't care, even if we trade to 84, those are not going to be sustainable, because in the month price action of March, we have identified that we have a bearish bias. Okay, so eventually the month of March needs to present us with, however way this extent needs to present us with a trade back to 65.9k to retest at the very least the true month open, right? So that's kind of the expectations for this month overall. So I was contemplating, should I take this short on Bitcoin? Now, maybe I'm going to wait a little bit more. Maybe it's missed out. But the one thing that I kind of want is for at least another retest in the true week open, and then potentially I could consider, right, because this is still not bearish. We need way more closes. We need to close again below 73,257, right? So if we get a close below that, maybe then things change a little bit for me. So even if we get a close below on the 4-hourly here, then I would probably be even more inclined to look for shorts after we create another lower high. Now that's on a higher time frame. If I look on a lower time frame, this is already looking quite bearish, right? On a lower time frame, you already kind of had the confirmation short down here, right? You had it down here in this range, right? With this candle extension, that was kind of, you know, that's another RTM model, entry model that's part of the course. But yeah, so higher time frames, you know, there were signs. They were signs even earlier on here, right? If you want to be like super precise on the 5-minute time frame, there were signs, right? It's not like they weren't. But yeah, of course, it's just, it depends what you want to do, right? Whether you want to be a, you know, a bear, or whether you want to be a bull right now. For me, you know, nicely, the way I'm looking at it, I just need a little bit more confirmation. Now, for example, we have all of these highs over here for me, potential target, right? Looking at the chart as we speak before market open. Hello, Mr. Arpat. What's up? Ross McFlair is also here. Zebu. So yeah, this is also like a lot of, you know, stacked up liquidity just above true week open. So it's not entirely said that we're gonna drop immediately, but it is definitely something that you know, I'll be keeping a close eye on within this current range. And again, if we manage to close above, right, above like 75,590 on the week, that's going to be a confirmation that we're probably going to head for the 79.2 high. Okay, so these are important stuff. Yes, everyone, make sure to like this video. Hello, Broadcom Location Services. Good morning, top of the morning. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. The amount of resistance is, like I said, in this area in between 80,000 and whatever, you know, 84, 86. The CME is just incredible. And also one thing that I discussed earlier into the pre-market update was, you guys, the fact that everyone is waiting for that CME gap to be filled, right? Everyone is waiting for this to happen, but that, you know, doesn't necessarily need to happen in order for price to continue to the downside. So we need to be aware of these things, right? And just be very careful and trade by the models that we are given. Okay. So that's my observation. Ethereum is keeping still strong. Ethereum is quite strong at the moment. See, this is kind of like our, is that the true? Yes. So we have the true day open down here. We're still holding, right? We're still holding it. essentially that needs to at least return to here. So there is a long trade right at the moment on this, like a scalp at the very least, but it's not really worth, right? It's not really worth for, you know, for a 1.8% move, whatever. I mean, it is definitely on the table here from what I can see right now. Ethereum is obviously way stronger than Bitcoin at the moment, but also one very important thing is that we did reach our zone, right? At 2,380 is our 12-hourly SR flip zone. So we knew that there is going to be a reaction from that zone, and we're not currently breaking it as we speak. We're rejecting, and we're kind of holding in between the RTM levels right now. So it is kind of holding. It looks like it's going to break, and that's probably going to give it another leg up to 2619. So let's see. Let's see how that's going to develop with the weakness of Bitcoin. Maybe that's not going to be that expansionary for Bitcoin, right? So we need to be watching for these things. But let me know, you guys. Is everyone here that's watching this video on Discord? I want you guys, all of you, to join Discord. How are you feeling about Crow? Well, that's an interesting one because I haven't really checked Crow in a little bit. Just similar to everything else, honestly. Yeah, it has a clear target up here at 0.08 407. That's one. Massive resistance at 0.09165 that we have marked from before. Holding overall the higher time frame liquidity up here, daily time frame. So you have a mini one down here and you have a higher up here. This is obviously like a lot of dreaming needs to happen for this liquidity to be taken, but it is definitely there for some time in the future. But unfortunately, we're so bearish at the moment. I would be, you know, I'll be probably hoping for this high and maybe at the very best retest of the 0.09165 and pretty much not more than that, right? I don't know. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. But yeah, Crow in general, yeah. I mean, you know, this is the liquidity. This is your buy zone in between these two lows down here. You've traded quite deep into it, but you are kind of respecting it, right? Such as what you did like over here within this buy zone with, you know, the October dump down here. Then you created the liquidity and nothing, you know, you just extended a little bit. You couldn't even reach like 0.115 and then you failed completely, right? You ranged a little bit and fell. So it's very weak, right? That's my thoughts on Crow in general. You know, in contrast to everything else, right? It was a very good sell, by the way, this. That was expected way before we just pumped and we had that zone together. We gave it live months ago. I can't tell you the exact date, but it was pretty much here for you guys to see. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Crow. Yeah. Definitely on the table, I would say like 100%, you know, but we need few things to happen first. You know, it's very good that we're seeing the dollar rejecting from our you know, our levels up here. That's very good because that level is, you know, historically a very important level for the dollar basket, right? So we definitely don't want to start breaking above 100.618. Now, this is one thing I need you guys to observe together with me for the dollar. You don't want to be breaking above with a confirmation of that low or any sorts like that. Like over here was very dangerous, right? Over here. But then we lost the level immediately. So you're pretty much hoping for, even if you're ranging below these levels down here between like 100 and 96, is still way better than breaking 100.6. That would be very, very nasty. for everything. Okay, so we definitely are not big fans of the dollar or ripping higher at this point. All right, so that's something that I'm looking at. Yeah. Lovely, Samer J. Hello, CryptoDoc. Zcash. Interesting. Let's look at that real quick. Let's have a look at these stuff before. Yeah, so kind of maintaining the zone. We have a new sub. Let's go. You have a higher low, you know, you're coming from a zone of interest on a daily time frame. This is it. I've marked it here for you. So yeah, ideally, right, this is your target right now. 332.5. It seems like that's the liquidity that could potentially be targeted at the moment. The one thing though I don't know is whether you can break higher than this. Definitely don't know if that's a potential possibility. Unfortunately, if you do want price higher, if you're thinking about levels like 460, 470, you do want for price to break above 367, like up here. This is a previous level that's confirmed now as resistance. Okay, I know it's a big level. But it is a level of resistance at the moment. The way we trade it down, it is a valid level of resistance. So yeah, this looks like the current target, right? Around 333 for Zcash. Can you see Bitcoin 59 mark? So basically, just like we discussed for Bitcoin earlier, the one thing you want to do is definitely be positioned for, you know, for a potential drop, right? We discussed the potentiality of last week's failing, which didn't happen, and we broke above levels quite substantially on a daily time frame. So this is quite something that we're seeing right now. The fact that we're pulling back is also healthy, right? It's healthy because you have this whole entire, bullish, day after day after day after day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. This is kind of like the rule, right? You have eight days. On the 9 days, you usually have a reversal. By the way, if you follow the 9 count, I think it was called, I'm not sure, I might be wrong, don't quote me on that, but the point is that if you have so many days consecutive bullish, this whole move is considered an imbalanced move. So one thing you can also do is like you can measure the bodies of the candle, and then you can see where is kind of the equilibrium of that, and you can see that it's around 70,000, right? That's on a daily time frame. Where you have a 4-hourly daily SR flip zone. So, it is a potential that they might drop it down and then bring it back up again. Do you know what I mean? Like, all these things are on the table. So considering where you are on a weekly, it's not a bad idea to be positioned. The problem is where are you going to put your stop loss, right? Where are you going to put your stop loss? Because essentially, like, if you're chasing, let's say, the 4-hourly SR, right? For me, I'd have to put my stop loss not anywhere above like 77,213, because I know that if we start breaking, or even the high, because if we start breaking the high, we're most probably going to head for the true week open at 78.4. So yeah, right? These are kind of all the scenarios. We had a healthy break over here that was already retested, so we're clearly pulling back with some intention. Now if we look at the 4-hourly, so this zone down here, all right, this zone, Let's say if we have a break below, right? We have a break below. It's not gonna be looking very nice. Like it's just not, it's not gonna be looking very nice if that happens. Yeah, so that's gonna be your -1 development of the standard deviation here, 70,219. So it's kind of starting to match a little bit, that we could potentially see a drop. So yeah, I'm not positioned at the moment, which I might regret in a little bit, but let's see. We'll see what the market open gives. If we come up and take these highs, maybe trade and make a lower high a little bit more convincingly. Although this is already quite convincing that we just might fail down here, the structure that's developing here. So this is the kind of thing that I'm looking at the moment. Yes, we need how many more likes? I'm not tracking you guys. I'm not tracking you, but I'm gonna start tracking you right now. All right, so we need 10 more likes, 9 or 10 more likes. So that's the current situation with crypto, right? We have a little bit of higher targets. For me, you know, Bitcoin is weaker. So let's see, Ethereum might push up and Bitcoin might not be able to push as high. And then maybe we can create a lower high over here and start considering our options before it's, you know, my options before it's too late. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I could definitely see it creating another leg up here after a little bit of a pullback. Definitely on the table for me. Now let's see our precious gold. So the long that I had from yesterday, I already closed. This short was very nice that we called live together. I think this short down here, yes, this one, the mini one on a lower time frame. Let's get a cleaner chart here. So this is the current mini range on gold. Let's assess the situation a little bit. That's a very choppy price action. Pre-FOMC, it's GC head and shoulders on Bitcoin. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, this is what we need to be careful with. So let's assess here gold and see if we can understand the chart before you know the big guys come from Wall Street. Very rangy, very weak range as well. Not one of the strongest ranges that I'm seeing here. 15-minute liquidity to the downside. 1 hourly liquidity to the downside. That was a very nice snap here of the 1 hourly retest, 0.786. You guys, this model is for free, okay? You can get it in when you register to join the free Discord. You are getting also the free PDF file where I'm teaching you about this extension. So that's very important, okay? I want you guys to educate yourselves on that. So yeah, overall gold is not looking very strong for me down here. Lower time frame doesn't look great. Higher time frame doesn't look great either, honestly, you guys. In my opinion, even though we're trading around the 0.5 coming from the 0.786. Let's see, it is a bearish leg. So expectations for gold are that we're probably going to range for some time, right? You had a crazy top developed up here. You retraced quite substantially to the 0.786, which is always a sell zone. We know that. So the expectations are that potentially now we can drop to 4,681. Unless something crazy happens geopolitically that we have zero control of. You know what I mean? If that happens, then maybe. All right, you guys, 3 more likes. Everyone check right now your devices and see whose fault is that. Silver, you know, I've already kind of discussed it with you. I kind of don't want to trade it below these levels down here. It seems very bearish to me at the moment, even though it is at a buy zone right now. It is at a buy zone. So due to the fact that, you know, you're coming from the 0.5, it is a bit of a danger. It's always going to remain a buy zone, so buys from here make sense. Yesterday was the perfect entry, which I told you I didn't get. So for me, you know, I'd rather be in down here. I don't want to be in right now at literally resistance. That's literally resistance. 80,000, sorry, 80.4 on silver. So no thanks. Sniper or nothing is basically what I'm saying. There's many more sniper trades to come. Like I honestly couldn't care less. So, but let's see. Let's assess a little bit more. Lower time frame-ish. 10 minutes, double liquidity formation, 5 minutes, Asia high targeted at the moment. This double liquidity we cleaned yesterday. In terms of within the range, so yeah, basically this is your external liquidity, right? This is all of your internal liquidity. This low is sitting kind of a naked down here. That's your 5 minutes. 3 minute painting a bearish picture as well. 1 minute mostly. 1 minute the most. Let's see if we can actually dig down a little bit deeper. Let's see if we can get that dig. Rejecting from the true day open quite heavily. We have been in this range for quite a while. True day open rejection, a true week open rejection. So trading really in between levels. Not only as per the range, but also as per the RTM model strategy, you are in between ranges at the moment. The reason for that is obvious. We have the FOMC tomorrow, so, you know, everything is kind of wait and see approach. I think that's most likely the idea, but the best thing, you know, I can do is position myself at the extreme of the ranges, which is neither at the moment, so we probably have to wait a little bit, but it's very good to do that sort of, you know, mid time frame to low time frame analysis depending on what you're looking for, right? Depending on that, so then when market opens, you are prepared and you're not like trading blindly. Okay, so that's why we're doing the high time frame to low time frame, which fair. Okay, I haven't really looked at the 4 hour, but we can do it right now. High time frame picture is also painting a bearish signal at the moment. And honestly, with the amount of rejections that we're facing down here, daily also bearish, like, come on. I mean, what more do you want? So ideally, you know, for me, kind of the... Yes, everyone, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new here, welcome. The picture for me on gold right now is not the most bullish one, right? Clearly in between levels, so this red line is the between level of the lower time frame, and the lower red line is the equilibrium or the 0.5 of the very high time frame range. So you can see how you're literally in between level on whatever time frame you look at, which is interesting because this is how it works. Market is fractal, right? Let's look at Bitcoin real quick here. Yeah, so definitely my ideal scenario is a potential snipe of these highs, and maybe I can look for some downside. Let's see. But good. I think overall, in terms of other coins, I don't know, you guys, you give me coins that you have that you're interested in. Me personally, not that interested to catch any crazy moves. I mean, I saw River was up crazy or something. Was it River? I think it was River. You know, daily looks kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, daily looks crazy. Daily does look crazy. Maybe we can delete that. Maybe we can delete that. Daily does look crazy on River, but it's not said that it's going to happen immediately. That's my other, you know, worry about this. So, but yeah, how are you guys doing? All right, we have some time before market opens, so let me know. Let's see who's in the chat box. In regards to the 59k, I forgot to reply to that. Yeah, definitely. You know, I think it's on the table sooner than later. Sooner than later. Kuhn is on a winning streak, really? Let's go. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. That's very good, Kuhn. Yeah. I mean, probably you were trading crypto. I don't know. Let's see what's happening to the S&P 500 here. All right. Breaking above levels a little bit. Getting a weak fill, pretty much. Still below level though. That's Alexis, don't worry. You're on time, dude. Do not stress out. I'm having a nicotine withdrawal right now. I need to excuse me. Sol and AVAX, of course, Ross. 100%. Let's see what that's about first. S&P 500 pre-market. Pre-market explosion. Let's go. Did I see that high here as liquidity? Yeah, this is the resistance, 6,730. No, that's very good. That's very good. Actually, Sol is in my list. Pretty quick to find. So Sol, honestly, really positive that you kind of like broke the 92 level. That's very positive to start with, right? This range was very annoying for quite a while. And you're kind of, you know, out of it right now, which is very good. So here is pretty much where it happened. 92. Now here, as per usual, right, once you start breaking levels, then you go level by level. So over here, the next level essentially is going to be at around 109. If you look on a weekly time frame, you really have a lot of space to play with. But I would say, yeah, the daily SR at 109.4, I'd say that's, you know, that's a level. Definitely at support, there is no question about it, right? Definitely at support. We have the levels, all the levels on Solana taken. Liquidities that we didn't want to imagine when we saw them back in September. We didn't want to imagine, but it happened. So these high time frame liquidities are no joke, essentially. But what you're doing right now is literally rejecting it, right? Here it is. We can mark it just to see. Not this. I like to mark it with the horizontal. So it's like that. Look, like this. Okay, this is your level on a weekly. That's weekly, right? So, you know, it's weekly. Okay, so since it's a weekly level, that's why I mark it and I say, see, like this. That's how I do it. So I know that that's a weekly level. So it doesn't matter for me if I have a body close on the daily time frame on a weekly level. That means nothing. What's important is what's happening on the weekly, and the weekly is rejecting quite substantially right now. So that's definitely a red flag. You know, it's definitely a red flag. So, because if you want to look at the weekly levels, you need a weekly close above it to confirm something. Same thing if you open the, you know, the Gabby Trades indicators, you're going to see kind of like a very similar thing. You are respecting a bearish imbalance right now, right? You wick through it. You don't close a body above it. So that's important, because if you close a body, above it, then you're starting to target this high, right? At 106. And then, you know, you have the daily SR at 109. So this is kind of like the situation we're in. If this whole thing was a massive manipulation and they're not planning to move it more up at all, like everything was at resistance at the same time, right? Weekly SR for Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc., etc. Okay. RTM was showing us that we're bearish, so we really don't have excuse, right? Lower time frame, we could have another leg up, but it could be a case of manipulation. How is the weekly gonna close? I cannot tell you. Like on a daily, we still have a lot of space, right? We still have a lot of space. Daily body closes above like 104.3 will need to be taken a little bit more seriously in terms of bullishness. So bull trap. Tau, yeah, we can look at Tau. Let's just go through AVAX real quick. We still have 20 minutes. AVAX with the massive double liquidity formation. I mean, honestly, you're not closing below levels, right? You're not having any body closes below the weekly level, which is essentially, that was literally the extreme of where you could bring it and close a body above. Like you could wick it, don't close a body on a weekly, please, and they haven't done it. So you do have a case for 11.8 over here. You probably do. You probably do. Same thing for the retraces down here. This was your break pretty much with this little candle. And the retest with the following candle down here. Very ugly, because here you have a spinning top and then you're retesting a level. It's just so ugly. But it happened. And now you're retracing. So the question really is just one, right? The question really is one. Is this retrace going to be like real? Or is this it? Because for me, they have no reason to bring it even to 11, like honestly. Because it all depends what happens within this imbalance, right? Because if they start pushing it up, right, closing above the imbalance, closing above weekly above 11.2, then you're looking at the high at around 12.2. If that happens, then you know, happy days. But alts are very, I can't take them very seriously right now. That's my problem. But you have the same case with Bitcoin and Ethereum. You have a lot of bullishness that you do need to retrace before continuation. So yeah, thinking about it, you can even retrace here. You don't even need to go that lower, right? Within this area here, get your retracement, continuation, see you lower. Like, I don't even know if they're gonna reach 11, but definitely something to look out for, to position as it goes up continuously, because it is a tricky, like, if you're starting to look for reasons why to hold for a little bit higher, there is so many reasons, right? Like, you have this liquidity up here, there is lots of reasons, but you need to kind of match it up with the rest of the market, if that makes sense. Yes, everyone, make sure to like this video. You need to match it up with the rest of the market, right? Is Ethereum at resistance? Is Bitcoin at resistance? Is ETH BTC at resistance? Because that's how you'll get the higher probability cases built in your favor. Tau, yeah, so Tau, same thing, at resistance at the moment. We managed to snipe these. No, we didn't snipe this high. But yeah, it is a strong high essentially, so we do have a case, but on a lower time frame, liquidity left for after. On a higher time frame, definitely the reason why you know, this high created this low, so that's taken that. On a lower time frame, this is liquidity left for after. So for Tau, I'm pretty sure this is a daily level that we're looking at over here. Or did I move the level? I probably did a little bit. Yeah, so here's the daily level at 287. If I'm not, yeah, that's a daily. See, that's why I marked them, because I forget what they are. So that's a daily SR. Yeah, so daily SR matches with the rest of the resistances, so pretty strong level, I'd say. You're not breaking it currently. Even that you did over here, you completely failed, so it's not a guarantee once again. But if you manage to break it, retest the level positively, potentially you're looking for a 333. I don't know if we might see more than that. But again, level by level, if we look at the break, the last break that happened down here and then up here, yeah, you do have a case. In case if we start dropping, you do have a case for a retest of 235 and then a continuation. Potentially. So that's for Tau. I'm not having very high hopes in this, you know, a bear market at the moment with you know, some couple of weeks of bullishness. They're not gonna change my bias. Hello, Dodgy. I'm thinking Sol, that's Ross saying that he's thinking Sol will pull back a little bit before rising again. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that we're discussing about all the alts at the moment. So that's kind of the one thing that we're hoping for. A little bit of a retrace, to which now I'm kind of getting a little bit annoyed that I didn't short down here, but that's okay. We'll still wait it out. We have 15 more minutes. Yeah, short squeeze most likely, Dottie. I agree with you. I agree with you, dude. 100%. This I don't have it anymore. This is from yesterday. That marking as well. Gold pre-market. Clearly in between levels at the moment. This was a very good short up here that was a little bit early for me, so there is no way I would have been in that because I would have been sleeping, most likely. Oh my god, I had such a terrible nightmare last night. I was shocked. Like 6 times. And then I was like trying to stay alive. I was like, oh my god. But it wasn't like a nightmare where I would just wake up like, oh, crazy. It was not that crazy. I was like, oh, I'm shot, it's fine. I was scared though. Toby's like, what the hell, Gabby? I know, I know. Oh no, the beast has awakened. No, Missy, stay in your lane. Don't screw with us. All right, so basically what happened here is we had a stab in the Asian low, and then we kind of reversed. Okay, whatever. Would be great for some Asia low sweep traders. There's lots of people that trade that. We are happy to be alive, yeah, type of thing, yeah. No, don't do that right now. Do not do that. All right, you guys, I need to be... I'm not telling you what's happening right now. You don't need to know, but I have to be on my phone, and I have to be on both my phones right now. At 2 p.m. So first we're gonna get the core PPI that's coming here. Forecast 0.3. Did you guys hear? This is what I was trying to... Hopefully you didn't hear. So yeah, 2 p.m. So first we're getting the core PPI. Okay. I think the results are kind of expected already. The results are expected already, so you know, I don't think we're gonna hear anything, but what's most important is what's gonna happen at the press conference at 2:30, I think. Ma'am, that's new. Ma'am is new. Ma'am is very new. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a bit of an indecision before the Fed kind of gives us some understanding of what happens. No, I probably won't respond to you, BJ, to be fair. Probably won't do that. 10 more minutes, ladies and gents. Let's see. Everything is between levels right now. It might not be ideal today, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Maybe we get something out of it, maybe not. If not, we're just waiting for Missy to start bothering us on the stream. Here's Bitcoin trying to push up. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I've said it so many times, dude. Just go on gabbytrades.com. Hello, Damon. Damon? Let us see here. Yeah, I kind of had a sus feeling about this low. I'm itching a little bit to short it, but itching. There is a slight itch that's happening, but lots of liquidity above here. So far, bearishly retesting. A little bit of distribution happening, lower time frame. I am itching. $4,975. You know, it was great when Steinmeier was here, but he said that he won't be around that much today. 4,975. Yeah, it's shining because it's oily. There's nothing sexy about it, don't worry. Shining because it's oily skin. Shining because I have two bright lights in my eyes, and I'm probably developing some kind of blindness, partial. Yep. It looks like it, but you know, when you need them, they're not around. Oh. Yeah, gold is on the bearish side at the moment, not gonna lie. It is stinky at the moment. Seven minutes, and yet I still don't have a great idea because we're in between levels. Like, I don't know, this would have been great up here, but wasn't here for it. Yep, I might regret this. I might regret this. Not pre-market, Gabby. Don't do it. Don't do anything pre-market. Oh, would you look at that? Stands here. I'm gonna send him a private message. Oh, it's gone already. Oh, good job. Good job. I knew I'm going to regret this. I just knew it. I knew it. The formation was quite bearish. Stand the man. Yes. Don't do it, Gabby. Don't do it. Just consider doing it, but don't do it. All right. I won't do it. It's fine though. It's all chill now. We're good. We're good. Everyone, make sure to like this video. Make sure to share it with, you know, different people. The more the better. The more the merrier. We don't have anything today. It's pretty much everything packed tomorrow. So I knew Dottie's gonna push me. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to sit on my hands. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna wait for the right moments to present themselves. I mean, what are we talking about right now? Can someone... What's happening? All right, 0.236. Okay, cool. We get that. We get it. Yes, that one. Yeah, Philip, 100%. It's probably for the better, you know. I mean, that's the thing, you know, before the, you know, the high, the rate events, the market makers pull their liquidity out, so. But right before, like, I don't know if there's any agreements, like, definitely not the day before, like, there is no way, but like on the event itself, they do that. They do that. So that's why we can see the crazy swings in price that happen sometimes. Oh man. Oh man. I shall be waiting patiently for 2 more minutes. Although this by itself looks very bearish already. It's fine. Missy, come entertain us, please. There is no way I'm gonna short gold from the 0.5. Not gonna do that. This is not happening. Oh, hello! As if she understood what I said. Last time I said that though, remember what happened? We had the massive short on gold up to 5,000 because I was too stubborn to take it pre-market. Do you know what I mean? This is exactly what happened. This is exactly what happened, I believe, on Friday. And it's happening again. 1 minute. One minute. Market watch. All right, nothing interesting. All right, market's open. Market is open. We need a bell here. I do need to get that bell from somewhere. Bitcoin's doing nothing. Ethereum's doing nothing. So let's see what happens here. Let us see. Lots of liquidity gathered down here at the lows. See everyone that was early short, already taken out. Yeah, pretty muted. And here it is. Concentration station. That high is weak. They're probably not going to provide an opportunity for an entry. Nope. They're like, nope, Gabby, you should have thought about that earlier. That is okay. All right, high sniped. High sniped. Pretty aggressive buying. I would like to participate in that. Uh, 5 0 0 2 3 Let's see if we have a chance to push it a little bit higher. Pretty much at the extreme here, very, very dangerous. This high is strong, actually. Actually, it is a strong high. Let's see if they manage to hold it. If not, should have seen earlier that the high is a strong one. That's fine. Let's see if we can get an exit. I would have added here normally. But let's see. Yes, mama. All right, hold on. We need to have the finger on the trigger here because this is not good. All right, so I've added here at the lows. Let's see if we manage to find the support that we need, that I need. Oh, platform's back on. That's good. Come on, gold. All right, so second entry is in profit already, which is right about 523 down here. On 520.23. Yes, kitty patootie. Let mommy work, please. Second position doing better. First is also doing fine as of now. All right, good. I'm doing good so far. 1 minute resistance here. Sorry, sometimes I find what is what you get. What? Sometimes I find with that is you get a better entry on the demo. Oh, really? I don't know. I wasn't never a fan of demo accounts. I think when you trade with real money, it's way better. Because you can feel what you're doing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna close my first entry on this position here by half. Okay, second position I'm keeping in full still. Yeah, it hurts way more. It definitely hurts way more, but you know, then you're learning with your risk management, with everything, right? So all right, fire, we have 2 positions opened, half of the first position in the pocket. Let's see. It's kind of baby moves, but I don't think, you know, I'm not expecting for much today pre-FOMC. To be fair. Look at that. I mean, it's 1 minute time frame, dude. Like we can't even print like a proper 1 minute candle. So it's gonna be like a little slow, but who cares? Missy doesn't care. Oh, you can't see her. She's right here. Missy doesn't care. Don't tweezer top it. Do not tweezer top it. I'm trading and I'm like scratching my cat at the same time under her chin. And she's like, so funny. So everyone, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. First trades of the day successful. Let's go. Probably gonna close a little bit more here. And I'm gonna have only this entry running now, so this is closed now completely in profit, and I will just see how this one goes. Pretty substantial rejections of the high. Let's see if we manage to hold that. We have to hold that demand. If not, I'll probably close that as well for profit and just chillax. How many languages does a cat understand? I think she understands. Question: MacBook Pro, space black or silver? So space black is probably like not too black, right? I would go for the silver just because silver has been so great this year. You know, black is too black, you know. Black is a dark color. Silver is like, it's silver. Let's see if we're gonna hold that demand for a little bit more. We're not greedy, we're just here to scalp. No. Very weak. They might send it out to retest 5017. Let's see. Uh, 5020.23. Forgot to secure that at break even, just in case. All right, so yeah, we already put one position in our pocket, so that's good. They could really roll it over here if they wanted to. Weakness. Weakness. Is Bitcoin dropping as well? That's the question. Nope, here it is, recovers a little bit. A little bit, so it still stays. Let's see. Dotty black for oil. I guess we have an argument for black as well. I don't know. I'll probably get the silver. But that's just me. You know, guys like Batman and stuff like that. So I get it. But I don't like this weakness. I do not like it. I do not like it one bit. Come on, push it. Yeah. Staring at candles, my life. Not complaining though. Just want him to take everyone out that has dared to short up here. Come on. We want to be with the moves. Three-minute looks horrid. One minute even worse. These lows down here definitely a target. Very bad, boys. Hold on, let's see here. I can't believe, like, it's been literally 20 minutes since market open and this is all we had. Shame, gold, shame. It's pretty much over. Need to be looking for the next most volatile, and here it is. I'm out. Okay, well. I'm very fast at the break even, so even if they reverse it now, I'm not going to participate. No. That's a retest down here that I would like to buy, to purchase. Let's see. I'm happy though. It's not like it's not like I was empty-handed from this move, so that's good. Now going back at the higher time frame picture. Erasing the New York open up here, collecting. Not a very nice touch up here, but still in the extreme at a 5-minute resistance rejection. Fake out or a breakout. Let's look at crypto. Here it is, the short that I could have taken up here, but I didn't, so that's fine. Ethereum still holding the levels though. Still holding. Bitcoin's in the tether right now. Here's your bearish formation, and here's what's happening. Now the question is, let's look at the fractals for 1 minute. The question is, are we gonna hold this level? That's very important. So what I might do is market long here just a little bit. Okay, if it's success, where's my position? Oh my god. You know, you open a market position, gives you success, and then there is no position. So is it open or not? No. What the hell? My god. This is so annoying, dude. Open. Confirm. Okay, finally open. Jesus. Alright, cool. So I tapped in long here. Let's see. Ethereum already rejected from the zone. This would have been probably the better shout, actually, when I think about it. It's fine though. Jesus Christ, how illiquid is this? I literally opened a 50x position and it's barely moving. It's just, what are we doing right now? Anyone? Ideas? Oh, we missed that area. Fuck, I missed that. I missed that long here. Damn it. See, one thing for another is so annoying, dude. You move the charts 1 second. But this was nice down here. This was very nice. Yes, everyone, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to check Gabby Trades and again, GabbyTrades.com. Here it is. Come on Discord, you guys. It's completely for free to join. You're welcome. You're welcome. We'll see how long we're gonna stay because I really missed that long down here, so that's a bit annoying. Let's see here at the support. Okay, volatility is kind of picking up a little bit. All right, I tapped in at 501474. Let's see, 0.5 rejection, not very good. But 5014.9 sorry, 5014.74. Volatility is back, so I better be finger trigger ready for this. I don't like it. I'm closing it. Maybe it was a bad decision, but I just didn't have a good feeling at the 0.5. The crypto long is fine. Was that a bad call? Probably was a bad call, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's just at the 0.5. It's just very dangerous. Dude, extremely dangerous. So what entry do I have here for this long? 73502. Seven, 3, 5, 02. Whatever, here somewhere. Yeah. I don't like the rejection area though. Let's see. Yeah, gold is pushing a little bit higher, but still not very convinced. Here we go, not convinced at all. I just closed this one as well because it's not no strength, dude. This might be actually bad. I'm not feeling it, which is an important part. Too many wicks up and down. For scalping, I don't think that's going to be possible. Probably it has to be a lower lev if I decide. Like a standard 20. But still, I'm not very convinced. All right, let's see. This I'm more comfortable with. Okay. So that's 2, 3. Two, 3, 2, 7 on ETH. Can have my stop loss as wide as I want, and we'll target up here. This is dangerous though down here. Very not great today in terms of crypto or, you know, gold. At least I had only successful trades on gold today. See, this was my problem, right? The rejection at the 0.5. I had a feeling it's gonna do that. I had a feeling. Too much liquidity to the downside. Too much. No. I'm not doing it. Out of this as well. For peanuts, I don't care. Even though it is the true daily, I don't care. When I'm not feeling it, I'm just not feeling it. That's it. This is a bearish formation. Like I shouldn't be pushing trades. I should not be pushing trades right now. Soon as gold drops, crypto's dropping as well. That's another thing that's happening right now. And gold is leaning. I'm leaning bearish gold, honestly. Even though we are in between levels, I can't make a decision at the 0.5. I just cannot with my right mind. Yeah, exactly. If it's like a gut call, no, I'd rather not. Discretionary trading is very big part of everything, in my opinion. So I'd probably be right about one of the trades, which it happens most of the times. But if I don't feel comfortable in the taking, like I don't like it. I have to be feeling it. And right now, when I look at all the time frames, yeah, potentially you can, but you still have liquidity down here, so I'm fine though. I did manage to get my scalps on gold, so that's good. S&P still forging up. Very strong. Dude, this was the move today. I guess the equities, even Russell. Yeah, Russell was the move today. At support at 2,490. Major one. Major. So this is gonna run. So if the equities are running, this is generally good for us in crypto. So you know, the 4-hourly zone might hold. It looks like it will hold. Probably was a good idea. Ethereum as well. Both were good ideas. Like, there was no question about it. I was just not feeling it. So hello, Denofi. Let's see how we're doing on likes. Yesterday we ended the stream with literally 50 likes or 60, something like that, which was great. That's a bullish reaction down here for sure. Here it is. God damn it. Again, true day open. Like, come on, dude. Who are you kidding? That would have been a good scalp. Will Smith that like button. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that guy and his massive slap abilities. Oh, that would have been a good long. Why, Gabby? Why did you doubt? Why did you doubt the long? Why did you? It's cool though. It's cool. We're just gonna... It's fine. Same thing with gold, deeper pullback. What are we looking at? The extreme zone down here, that was good. But then we were busy with Bitcoin, so I missed that. And then it retraced and I was scared to take it. All right, everyone. So what I think is that this was the long down here for gold, for a scalp, which I'm not in. And these were the potential longs for the crypto at the levels, which I'm not in. So I think that's it. I'm just gonna call it a day and not gonna push it. Yes, I can see your message, Samurai J. It's working. Are you stressing again? That is not working. Damn it, Gabby. Quick money. Why? Weak high up here, potential target. Dotty's probably pissed off for me. It's okay. All right, whatever. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure to join Discord, by the way, if you haven't. Yeah, I mean, you can read it at the screen, I guess, but you're welcome, Damon. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. I hope you found some value in what I'm doing here for you guys every day. And again, in regards to the pre-market updates, watch them, like them, etc. Because otherwise, I'll just do them for Discord community or something for the VIPs. If that's the case. But thank you so much for being here once again. Glad you guys are enjoying it. I hope you find value in it. And I'll see you guys on Discord. Thank you.